So if you are creating children that are, you're giving the iPad is starting off like as a little babysitter, and it's like, okay, it's helping in certain situations, but you're creating a dependency. So when they get older and you want to take it away, it's going to be hard because what you've created, you have to maintain.
And that's real life right now for us. Like we have 22-year-old all the way down to a 2-year-old. So we're living in different quadrants of time of life, And so the older kids, we've been trying to hold true to the aspect of, no phones until high school. And we find out schools, they kind of require phones, right?
We've held it though.
But we held that. We've held true to that.
Yes.
And
but now I heard you're supposed to do it longer than that. It's so exhausting, the phone thing.
That's right, because now they're coming back and they're doing tests and finding out. But I think mainly it's built around social media.
Right.
Not so much the phone as it is social media. How social media at the wrong time can hurt the development, especially in women. Girls can see self-image issues, or boys have access to things like that. Anyway, all that to say, we need to make sure that we are doing our best as a family to set parameters. And one of the things we just recently introduced was a contract. And we put together a contract for social media. And our fourth child, she was the one that we started it on. Now, she pushed back on this thing because she was like, well, how come the other 3 kids didn't have to sign this? And we just said, look, because we didn't see the aspects of social media as we see now. So we set up this contract and we put it together and we made her sign it. And it took her a good week and a half for her to sign it because she was, of all our kids, she's the debater, and she is the one that, she'd be a great lawyer. She's looking at every line. She was
looking for loopholes.
She was looking for loopholes. She goes, see this one? It says 3 hours. What if we do 3.5? I said, nope, that's 3 hours. We're not amending the contract. And she really weighed it heavily on her life. And we didn't budge on it. And I wanted, I think there were times where we think, oh, let's just budge. But no, this is the contract. And finally she came and she goes, okay, I'm ready to sign this. And the result was she was able to do some social media apps. And so with all that said, as funny as that may seem, if we go back 20 years ago, we're having our kids sign a contract. This is the day and age we live in. And now what that contract does is when she violates something, it is already built in that the first violation, this happens. The second violation, this happens. And what I'm saying to you is that they may sound very like a formality, but in this day and age, it sets expectations. It sets standards. This is what we believe. This is what we stand true to, because we want our kids not to be entitled and just think that whatever they ask for, they're going to get. But in some ways, we're going to entrust you with this, but as we entrust you with this, we're going to expect you to do this. Yes. And that is a life lesson, and that's also a teaching lesson. And parents, let me say to you, if they violate this, you have to then go off and say, we're going to take away this, or this is the punishment. Because what they have to learn is there are repercussions for doing something.
It's good. Yep, you got to hold the line, right? Stand firm in what you've put out there. Otherwise, they're just going to call your bluff next time you say something.
Learn more about parenting and marriage from the 10 and 2 podcast with Mark and Leanne.